as you can see, I decided I want to do something a little bit different this time. I wanted to do a ranking of all the platinums that I've attained on the PlayStation. So yeah, see, we have about 24 games here that I'm going to be placing in each category. We have Nightmare, we have Hard, Just Fine, which is like normal, wasn't really a challenge. We got Easy, and then we have Are You Kidding Me, which was a joke. So yeah, let's go ahead now. Let's waste any more time. Let's get right into it. Starting out with The Walking Dead. Now this was the Telltale's version of The Walking Dead, and I'm gonna put that right here. Yep. Are You Kidding Me? Really, all of Telltale's games belong in this category. I mean, all you have to do is play through the game and you get the platinum right there. It's not really much challenge, but yeah, I love The Walking Dead personally. I really wish that this series had kept going. And then next up we have Uncharted 2. I'm gonna put Uncharted 2 in the Just Fine. The Uncharted games were not really easy, but they were hard. I think the hardest point of trying to platinum those games was just crushing. Crushing was definitely not it. It was like veteran difficulty on Call of Duty. And yeah, man, I think Uncharted 3 was even harder than Uncharted 2 to platinum. But all right, yeah, here's Uncharted 3, which I think I put right in front of 2. Yeah, there we go. Uncharted 3 was definitely a bit of a challenge, but I need to go back and platinum 4 and The Lost Legacy. I'm sure all those are not going to be much different than these two. And then next up is Liza P. Goes straight up in the Nightmare category. All right, how can I say this? Liza P was just, it was not it. Trying to platinum. I had to beat, anytime a game requires you to beat it almost 7 times is not, it's not easy. And Liza P wasn't really even that easy to begin with. I mean, just all of the character choices that you have to unlock, you're trying to beat all the different bosses, trying to unlock all the different endings. It was a chore, man, but I mean, I love the game so much, I didn't really mind it personally. And that's why it's in the Nightmare category. Next up is Batman: The Enemy Within. This is a Telltale's game. I'm gonna put this one in the same category. Are You Kidding Me? Loved it. Same thing with The Walking Dead. Complete all the chapters, get the trophy. And then yeah, the first Batman: The Enemy Within. I'll put that right in front of this one. Yeah, both Batman games I thought were excellent. I love Telltale's take on Batman. And then next up we have Elden Ring. Yep, right there. The only reason why this game is not up there with its cousin Liza P is because at least Elden Ring was straightforward. I mean, beat all the bosses, unlock all the endings. That's it. Liza P, you literally had to do all of that, as well as different character choices, different weapons that could be locked the first time you play through the game. It was just too much, man. But at least Elden Ring kept it straightforward to where, okay, all right. And I ended up getting the platinum for it, and I was so happy I did. And then next up we have Tales from the Borderlands, which is Telltale's again. Are You Kidding Me? I love their take on Borderlands. Thought it was great. I haven't platinumed the second one, but I need to. And next up is the Sly trilogy. I'm gonna put Sly 1 in the easy because Sly 1 was tricky. It's definitely the trickiest out of the 3 games. The clue bottles was probably the hardest part. Sly 2 and 3 were easier. I mean, Sly 2 had the clue bottles. That's why I'm gonna put it right here in the easy. But Sly 3, literally the only thing about that was just beating the entire game. Yeah, I put Sly 3 in the, actually, I put in the easy as well because Sly 3 had some parts that were a little bit tricky. But next up is the Infamous 1 and 2. Infamous was not easy. It was a challenge, boy. But you know what? I think I'm gonna put Infamous in the hard category, really, because I mean the blast shards. Oh man, that was actually. You know what? No. Just fine, because it kept me busy, but it wasn't like oh my god, like I don't know if I can do this, like Elden Ring. So I put in just fine category. Infamous 2, same thing, just fine personally. Next up we have Tekken 7. hear me out, hear me out. The only reason why I put it right there is because I literally was almost close to platinum in the game anyway when I wasn't even trying to, which lets you know how easy the trophies were, man. So, but the online trophies were a little bit tricky. So you know what? I'll put in the easy category because I'll put in the easy category because Tekken 7, I still kind of had to work for it a little bit. Next up is Infamous Second Son. I think Infamous Second Son was easier to platinum than Infamous 1 and 2, so I'm gonna put that in the easy category. And then I'm putting Infamous, actually, no. Just fine. Right here. And First Light, literally easy. Wasn't really difficult. Next up is Mafia 2. Now, I actually remember Mafia 2 being a little bit hard to platinum because finding all of the posters and the magazines around the city was just not it. I think that's like the only trophies I remember that were pretty difficult. So I'm gonna put Mafia 2 in the hard because Mafia 2, I had to literally work for that. All right, next up is Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Oh my gosh. I gotta be honest with you. It's going straight in the hard. Oh yeah, man. Modern Warfare 2 was not an easy game at all. Trying to beat that game on veteran, because everything else was pretty easy to obtain, but trying to beat it on veteran was not it. I mean, I still don't even know to this day how I was able to do that. I had so much patience for that game. And Modern Warfare 3, I think, was even harder too, man, in my opinion. Those two are going right there in the hard. Next up is SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Well, nah, I'll put it in the front because, yeah, right here. Because with SpongeBob, you definitely had to sort of work for it. I mean, the hardest trophy in that game to get was, what, finding all the socks, 100% getting all the spatulas. So you did have to sort of work for that. But Telltale, you didn't have to work for anything, so that's why it's going in the front. But it's still stupidly easy. Next up are Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. Both of these games were not really hard. I think Spider-Man 2 was a little bit trickier, but I'm gonna put Spider-Man in the just fine. I think, yeah, I'll put it right here because it wasn't as hard as Infamous, in my opinion, but it was, yeah, it was in the middle of the road. Actually, I think Spider-Man 2 goes before the first Spider-Man because that game, you definitely had to work for that. And then next up, we have The Order 1886. This one's a little bit tricky because I do remember struggling a little bit in this game, but the game was so short, there wasn't really a lot of trophies to get. So I'm gonna have to put it just fine. Yeah, right here. Right there. Actually, no, I think Infamous kind of had the edge up on that, so I'm gonna put it right here in front of Spider-Man. But I really enjoyed The Order 1886. I would love a sequel to that game personally. And last but not least, we have Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I don't remember struggling at all in this game. I think the final boss was a little tricky, but I'll put it right here in front of The Order 1886. Yeah, Rift Apart was not really a hard game, but I loved it personally. I cannot wait to see what the next game in the Ratchet & Clank series is. All right, and that is pretty much it for my ranking. As you can see, everything is pretty well rounded. Definitely a lot of just fine, you know, not really too difficult games of platinum. A couple of hard games that I thought were not very easy, and a good number of games that were, you know, everything was pretty balanced. I'm actually kind of impressed by that. But definitely let me know in the comments, you know, like what games, like what platinums have you received that were the hardest for you? I mean, I love to hear it. Definitely leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. SM and I'm out. Peace.